Hey everyone, welcome back. You ever get like those visual ideas stuck in your head
Oh, yeah.
and trying to describe them with words, just like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work.
Absolutely.
That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
We're looking at Google's new AI tool called Whisk, and it's kind of changing the game.
Yeah. Definitely a different approach to image creation with AI.
Yeah.
So
Instead of like typing out descriptions,
Right.
you're using images as prompts.
Images as prompts, exactly.
It's wild.
So for visual thinkers,
Yeah.
this is really exciting.
Yeah, like why haven't we seen this before? It feels so intuitive.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
So you've got this this drag and drop interface in Whisk,
Okay.
and you feed it separate images
Yeah.
for like the subject, the scene that you want,
Yeah.
and even the style you're going for.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like you're mixing ingredients for a recipe.
So if I wanted like a whimsical walrus wearing a top hat on a tropical beach,
Yeah.
but painted like in the style of Van Gogh, I could just like drag and drop
You got it.
those images.
Exactly. You can do that.
Wow.
The article highlights some really interesting examples.
Yeah.
They talk about like a fantastical fish
Okay.
swimming through a cityscape
Uh-huh.
with like a watercolor style,
Oh, cool.
or even a glazed donut, but reimagined as an enamel pin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the possibilities are kind of wild when you think about remixing concepts like that.
Okay, that's super cool.
Yeah.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
isn't it kind of just a gimmick?
Well,
like, what problems does it really solve?
That's a fair question.
I mean, we already have
Yeah.
text-to-image AI.
Right.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, they are getting really impressive.
Yeah.
But think about this.
Okay.
Think about the accessibility this brings. You know, for people who maybe struggle to put their ideas into words.
Right.
This could be really empowering. You know, it's like opening up a whole new way
Yeah.
to be creative.
Wow, I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
It's a whole different way to think about AI and image creation.
So how does the AI actually understand these images we're giving it?
Good question.
The article mentioned something called Gemini working in the background.
Right. So Gemini is another one of Google's AI models.
Okay.
And it plays a key role here. Imagine you have like an art critic
Okay.
who can look at your input images
Yay.
and describe them
Okay.
in a way that another AI can understand.
Oh.
That's basically what Gemini does.
Wow.
It creates detailed captions from those images.
Okay.
It's capturing like the essence, not just what they literally look like.
So it's kind of like translating our visual ideas into
Yeah.
a language that the image generator can work with.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And the image generator in this case is Imagen 3,
Okay.
Google's latest and greatest.
Uh-huh.
It takes those captions from Gemini and uses them to actually create the final image.
So it's not just like copying or blending the images we give it.
No, it's interpreting them
Wow.
and making something new based on our visual prompts.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So we're not just talking about like tweaking existing images.
Ah.
We're talking about...
We're talking about generating completely new images
Wow.
based on our inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where things get really interesting
Yeah.
because this whole approach raises questions about user control
Okay.
and, you know, what creativity even means
Yeah.
in this context.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
We'll have to dig into that more after the break.
definitely.
So if the AI is like interpreting things, are
Right.
we losing control?
Okay, yeah.
Like what if it makes something totally different than
Yeah.
what I had in mind?
That's a great question. And it's something a lot of people are thinking about.
Yeah.
The article does mention that sometimes there can be some discrepancies
Okay.
between what you put in and what you get out.
Uh-huh.
Like AI might not get the height or the weight exactly right,
Oh.
or maybe the hairstyle or the skin tone.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Whisk lets you kind of peek behind the curtain.
What do you mean?
You can actually see the captions that Gemini creates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you can edit them too.
So if it's like
Yeah.
misunderstanding something,
Exactly.
I can fix it.
You can tweak the descriptions
Okay.
and guide the AI in the right direction.
So there's still some human control then.
Absolutely.
It's not just like,
Yeah.
here you go, AI, do whatever you want.
No, it's a collaboration.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. And that feedback is really important for how AI is developing.
Yeah.
I mean, Whisk is still pretty new,
Right.
so Google really wants people to try it out and give them feedback.
That makes sense.
It's all about that back and forth, you know, between the user and the AI to make these tools better and easier to use.
It's kind of like those choose your own adventure books.
Oh, yeah.
Where you get to like
I like that.
influence the story.
Yeah, you're co-creating with the AI.
That's a good way to put it.
And it highlights something important about Whisk.
Okay.
It's really designed for exploring visual ideas.
Uh-huh.
Playing around, seeing what happens.
So it's not like a photo editor where I'm like trying to get things perfect.
Not for pixel perfect results.
Okay.
You'd still use a traditional editor for that.
Makes sense.
Think of Whisk more as like a brainstorming partner.
Okay.
A way to spark new ideas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's changing how we think about creativity.
Absolutely.
Like before you had to be really good at the technical stuff.
Right.
But now it's more about...
It's more about the ideas.
Yeah, like having the vision.
Yeah. And being able to express it.
Exactly.
And that brings us to the bigger picture.
Okay.
Whisk is part of Google Labs.
Uh-huh.
It's a platform where they're trying out all this new AI stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and getting feedback from users.
So it's like a testing ground.
Exactly.
For new ideas.
Yeah, before they release it to everyone.
So anyone listening who wants to try it can go check out Whisk.
If you're in the US, you can find it at labs.googlewhisk.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's fun to play around with.
Okay, so we've talked about how it works and the impact it could have on creativity.
Uh-huh.
But what about the images themselves? Like, what's different about images made with Whisk?
Good question.
Do they look different?
You know, it's not really about a specific style.
Okay.
Like you see with some AI image generators.
Right.
It's more about the process.
Mm-hmm.
Like that back and forth between Gemini and Imagen 3.
Okay.
So the images can feel a little bit more experimental.
Oh, cool.
A bit unexpected sometimes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Since Whisk is all about, like, playing around.
It's about exploring visual ideas.
Yeah, not just copying things.
Exactly. And that brings up a really interesting question.
Okay.
If AI can make images from our ideas, what does that mean for, like, the future of art and design?
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is.
I was just reading something the other day about a fashion designer who used AI to make a whole clothing collection.
Wow.
It makes you wonder if AI is going to replace human creativity.
I think a lot of people worry about that.
Yeah.
But I see it more as like, AI is augmenting our creativity.
Uh-huh.
It's not taking over.
Okay.
It's like having this super-powered brainstorming partner.
I like that.
Yeah. It can help us explore ideas.
Uh-huh.
And express ourselves in ways we never could before.
So instead of being afraid of it, we should embrace it.
Exactly. Use it to push our boundaries.
And who knows what's going to come next.
Right. It's a really exciting time to be a creative person.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new world of possibilities opening up.
It really is.
Okay, so we covered a lot today.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about how Whisk uses those images as prompts and how that's changing how we think about creativity.
Yeah.
And we even touched on, like, the future of art in an AI world.
Big questions.
I hope this has inspired you all to check out Whisk.
Me too.
If you're a visual thinker, this could be the tool you've been waiting for.
Go explore those ideas.
So give it a try.
Yeah.
Let us know what you create.
Gotta have fun with it.
And until next time, keep those creative sparks flying.
Absolutely.